Hi guys, welcome to week 6, day 4 of our Build Balance Momentum program. Today's posture of the day is fish pose. Don't worry, when I first started yoga, I didn't even know what that one was either. So we'll be practicing it today. It's another little nice back bend, a little less intense than wheel pose, so that's good at least. But we're gonna get started in mountain pose today, actually. So yep, going back to those standing postures. Everyone's favorite way to start. I'm exaggerating, of course. So we're just gonna connect with our breath and ground through our legs. Bringing our attention, trying to find that center of gravity. So really feel like you are in line, so you're not like leaning back or leaning forward too much. Just a nice center of gravity, palms open towards the front of your mat. Feel as if you're growing roots through your heels. And then growing roots through each of your little toes and the pads of your feet. Becoming one with your mat. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, and we're going to start our practice today with a couple spinal rolls. So we want to think about isolating our spine, or isolating the vertebrae, the movements in the vertebrae. So we're going to start by tucking our chin in towards our chest, and then slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, rolling down as far as you can. And then vertebrae by vertebrae, rolling back up. So we're just going to awaken the spine for today's pose. Tuck that chin, slowly roll down. Feel the isolated movements in your back as you roll down. And slowly roll up. We're going to do one more of these. Tuck that chin towards your chest. I always find this feels good, especially early in the morning. I lied, we're going to do one more because it feels so good. Tuck that chin, slowly roll down. And back up. And with our feet, let's walk them in just a little bit. And we're going to come into like a nice bent, like crouching posture. And we're just going to do some cat-cows with our spine. So really you'll notice you can do cat-cow in any position since it is just working on spinal mobility. So we're going to inhale, pulling our chest kind of through our biceps. Gaze forward. Exhale, round out the spine, puffing through the upper back, tucking our chin in towards our chest for cat pose. Inhale, pull in your chest. Think about putting your, or like kind of sinking your sit bones back like as if you're sitting in a chair. Exhale, round out that upper back, pushing your knees away and tucking that chin in towards your chest. Inhale and exhale. Now inhale, release your knees, come up into chair pose. Tickle your plants if you have any. Hi guys. So opening up, lengthening the shoulders back, knees strong, quads strong. Nice bend in the knees. Sinking that booty back, Gaze forward. Bring your palms in prayer. Exhale, drop that right elbow towards the right knee for a nice spinal chair twist. Couple deep breaths here, quads active. Release that right hand towards the mat. Exhale, that left arm up and over like you're grabbing something on the floor in front of you. And inhale, slide it across the body and up. We're going to do some nice thoracic spinal mobility exercise. And then slowly bring it back down. Reach for that invisible object on the floor. Bring it back up. Trying to keep your weight evenly distributed between your hips, not sinking into one knee over the other. Inhale. Gaze high, arm to the ceiling. Exhale. Inhale. Gaze high. This time hold here a moment. Ground through that left leg. And see if you can bring that right leg back up. Or I should say back to the edge towards your mat. Inhale, rise up to a revolved crescent lunge. And hold. Sink into that front knee. I should say front leg. Don't sink a bunch of weight into your knee. Sink into that front leg. Quads engaged. Glute squeezing. You might feel it right through this hip. Maybe inhale, dropping that leg towards your inner thigh. Inhaling that right arm up. Still nice bend in that knee. Good. And release. Back down. Arm rests on the mat. This time, kind of get a little spring in your step. Bounce up into revolved half moon. So see if you can flex those toes. If you want, you can put a nice generous bend in that front leg. Gaze high, or you can gaze down, or gaze forward to the side. Good. Release the hand to the mat. Come into a forward fold. Maybe massage, sway it out here if you need to. Good. Rest the legs for the other side. Inhale, sweep your arms up into chair pose. Tickle your plant again. Set that booty back. One more deep breath. Palms in prayer. Twist over now, resting that right or that left elbow onto the right knee. Opening up, pulling that right shoulder back for a chair twist. Now open that left arm up towards the floor. Inhaling that right arm down, or I should say, inhale. Exhale that right arm down. Reach for that invisible object on the mat. And inhale, brushing it up against the chest and towards the ceiling. Opening up through the thoracic spine. Exhale. Reach towards that invisible object. Inhale. Up towards the ceiling. Exhale. Inhale back up. This time we are grounding through that front right leg and bringing that left leg out and back. Kind of rise forth. See if you can rise up now to revolved crescent on the other side. Maybe check your stance. Sink into that right leg if you can. Breathe through this posture. Arms out to the sides. Strong quads. Glutes firm and activated. Maybe inhale, drop that right hand towards the inner thigh. Inhale that left arm up and over. Breathe. And release. Dropping that left hand towards the mat. Inhaling that left leg up and opening up that right right arm towards the ceiling for a revolved half moon pose. Foot flexed. Again, there could be a generous micro bend in that front leg if you need to. Hold. I know you may be shaking, that's good. You're getting stronger. And release. Drop your hands to the mat. Bend that left knee. See if you can come over and drop into a seated posture. Whew. How'd that feel, guys? Did you really feel it in your hips there? All right. We're gonna come into a nice forward fold. We're gonna inhale, so let's clasp our fingers together. Push them out, palms facing away from us. Inhale those arms up and over. And then exhale, forward fold. Maybe you're flexible enough where you can hook them around your feet. If not, that's okay if you're over here. Just kind of rest where you're able to. Spine long. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Just relax into the posture. Now inhale, keeping those hands together. Rise up to staff pose, this nice seated position. Exhale, release your hands. Now clasping your hands behind your back. Feet flexed, so toes pointed towards your shins. We're gonna bring our arms out, resting them on the mat, opening up through the chest, so squeezing our shoulder blades together. And we're gonna do an isometric pull, which is kind of feel like you're dragging your arms towards your butt, but you're not actually dragging them. So give that a try. So it's just like you're actively trying to drag them, but they're not going anywhere. And you notice how it opens up through your chest, activates your arm muscles. Just feel that nice stretch through the body here. And you can release. You can kind of scoot your butt forward, bend those knees, and use them to kind of help you roll back into a lying posture. As we prepare for this pose, we're going to do a bridge posture. I feel like we've been doing bridge a lot this week, but that's okay. Nice bridge posture here, so feet about hip width apart. Walk your hands under your booty if you want. Walk your shoulder blades together. Inhale, push the pelvis up. Maybe you clasp your hands underneath you. Push the pelvis up towards the ceiling. Neck in a neutral position so you're not straining your neck in any way. Active quads, kind of pulling towards each other. Firm glutes. drop the booty. Wait here a moment. Inhale back up, push the booty up, push those hips towards the ceiling. Couple deep breaths in this posture. And exhale back down. This time, grab your block, one of your blocks if they're close. And we're gonna place them, so lift that booty up, we're gonna place them under our backs. So kind of like, you should come up onto your forearms and make this a little easier. Place it so that your booty kind of hangs off it like mine is. So right at the base of kind of like the lumbar spine. We're going to extend our legs out. Kind of bring it even up a little more. So have it running along your spine in second position. And we're just going to allow it, maybe place your butt on the mat. Allow your chest to open up and maybe just kind of hang your head here. You kind of use your forearms for support. We're just kind of getting a nice open lumbar spine. Open through the front body. If hanging your head's too uncomfortable, you can also sit like this. Just supporting your neck. And now we're going to remove the block, but we're going to keep it close by because I'll show you another alternative. So we're going to come into fish pose now. So we'll lay down onto our backs. We're going to walk our arms in and under us so that they're sitting under our butt. And we're going to inhale, pulling our belly button and chest up towards the ceiling. So we're going to inhale, using our forearms to push ourselves up. We're supporting ourselves on our forearms in this pose. So pulling your chest up towards the ceiling, supporting yourself with your forearms. Really pull like there's like a string pulling your chest up, and then allow your head to hang, dropping down just a bit so your head rests on the mat, but we're not putting any pressure into the head at all. So again, we're really supporting, pushing our forearms into the mat, pushing our heels into the mat, and just gently resting our head on the mat, where we're opening up through that front body. So if this is too uncomfortable for you with your neck, you can place that block kind of right where your head will be. Let's start it over. So we'll inhale, push our forearms into the mat as we pull our chest up, and then kind of lean back to drop our head onto the block. We want to rest our the crown of our head either on the block or the mat. Pushing those heels into the mat, opening up through the chest. And slowly drop your back to the mat, remove that block. That's going to need a chest pose. So that's kind of an awkward posture that you don't really get to experience in a lot of yoga classes. I think it's overlooked a lot, but it's very beneficial for your spine. Like I said, it opens up the front of the body a lot, which is great. So just do a nice spinal rock here. neutralize the spine. Maybe tuck your chin in towards your knees. Drop our feet towards the mat, come up onto our forearms and then onto our hands. We're just gonna lift up into reverse tabletop. So lift, inhale as we lift that booty up, pushing our pelvis towards the ceiling. We're just gonna try to neutralize our spine here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good. Drop that butt, and this time kind of swing it out in between your arms if you can. And then forward fold, countering the pose. Inhale and exhale, release into the stretch. Maybe you're up here if you're not quite as flexible, that's okay. Just find your comfort zone and release yourself into it. And when you're ready, we will come into Shavasana. Just gonna scoot your butt back and slowly roll back. Allowing yourself to rest now on your mat. Gently let your feet hang heavy. And allowing yourself to almost become one with your mat. Just letting yourself release into it.